check one, two, a check one, two. Oh, hey, there I am in the comforts of my own home. What's going on, everybody? BrettMan here from Good Real Hunting, here to bring you episode 24 of Fright Bites Live, the show where you get to ask me anything. So where I'm off today. I'm off today and tomorrow because I need a day, to cry about Stranger Things tonight, to celebrate the new year of 2026, just to reflect back on what 2025 is going to bring me or what 2025 has brought me and what 2026 is going to bring me. And then more importantly of all, I will be working on the Real Horror Awards and doing a lot of editing, getting all that ready because we are voting, ladies and gentlemen, on Monday. Monday is the Real Horror Award ballot will officially be released. 25 categories. You decided by you all. You all get to decide the winners of those particular categories. And they'll go from Monday till Saturday at 8 o'clock Eastern time. So be on the lookout Monday, and so we can get those votes because I'm trying to aim for about 200, 250 votes. We went down a little bit last year, so hopefully maybe this year I'll figure out a new kind of like strategy on how to get more people to vote. But it all depends on you all as well. If you all will vote and share the ballot starting on Monday, I would greatly appreciate that. So without further ado, I'm going to turn my fan on right over here real quick because it is getting very hot in here all of a sudden, and I feel like I am burning up. And then when I come back, I'll say hello to each and every single one of you. BRB. It is. I'm just telling you, it is freaking hot. All right, so let me say hello to everybody who's all joining me here for lunch today. And while I'm going over to eat, what are you having for lunch right now? It's 1 o'clock, so I'm sure some you are eating lunch right now, or just had lunch if you eat at 12 o'clock for all my Eastern time people. So what are we having to bite to eat for lunch today? Let's see here. We got Ashton. What's going on there, Ashton? How are you doing, buddy? Just reminding everybody, don't forget to slash that like button, subscribe, hype, and to share the stream because absolutely it helps. It always helps. It will continue to help. It will help pretty much forever. But I appreciate each and every single one of you guys. So if you would do that for me and for Brad and for Chris, so we can make Good Real Hunting take another step forward to the new era of 2026, it would be greatly, greatly appreciated. Chester, what's going on there, Chester? How are you doing, buddy? I hope you are well. I am doing very well. I'm just finally getting over the sickness. I still maybe got a little bit of stuff in here, but trust me, I feel a lot better than I was feeling a couple of days ago, and it was misery to deal with it. But you know what? We got over it, so we can leave the sickness in the past so we could get to a healthy future of 2026. We got Lamantra. What's going on there, Lamantra? How are you doing? We got the lovely Brooke. What's going on there, Brooke? How are you doing? Let's see here. Chester, let me get that start for you real quick. Let's see here. We got Courtney Reed. I'll get to that question here in a minute. But Courtney Reed, what's going on, man? How are you doing? We got Paula. What's going on there, Paula? How are you doing? We got my brand new co-host of Chills and Thrills. We got Keelan from Kill the Credits. What's going on there, Keelan? How are you doing? We got Jamie. What's going on there, Jamie? How are you doing? Jamie is going to be joining me and Chad and Destiny on January the 11th over on Blind Corners, over on the Bert's Corner for the YouTube channel Bert's Corner with the show Blind's Corners, as we're going to be watching Blue Velvet for my very first watch. See here, who else we got here? We got Stewie. What's going on there, Stewie? How are you doing? We got, hey, it's Davey. What's going on there, Davey? How are you doing? Davey, I heard you're in therapy right now for after what Stranger Things has delivered in Volume 2. Hopefully that therapy is going very well, and hopefully you don't have to go back for this finale that we're going to endure all together here tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. And guys, also Davey and Robert the Wolfman are going to be doing who are Cecil, that is, are going to be doing a live stream tonight with the watch finale party. So if you want to not experience the finale of Stranger Things tonight alone, and you need just a good group of people, to hug you tight just in case if a particular character dies or something, Davey is there going to be helping everybody guide through those emotions for a very fun watch party over on his YouTube channel tonight. So Davey, what's going on, my friend? Who else we got in here? Oh, you got a cold. See, my cold was last week, so damn, it sucks that you had a cold this time around, especially because you get to bring that cold with you into the new year. So that absolutely sucks. So I'm sorry to hear that, Davey. Hopefully you get to feeling better. Stewie is eating some ramen noodles. Hey, dude, ramen noodles, really good choice, my friend. Really good choice. Let's see. We got Jeffrey Miller. What's going on there, Jeffrey? How are you doing? Saying Happy New Year, Brett. Well, Happy New Year to you as well, Jeffrey. Thank you for hanging out. See here. I got a bacon cheeseburger and fries coming. Ooh, Chester, that sounds so damn good. Let's see here. Who else we got here? We got Dean. What's going on there, Dean? How are you doing? Hopefully all is going well with you. Who else we got in here? Yeah, you know what, Stewie? That is a phenomenal idea you just did right there, subscribing to Kill the Credits, because Keelan has a lot of plans in store for the year of 2026. So I think it'd be a good idea if everybody subscribed to Kill the Credits to see what Keelan has up his sleeve for 2026. Let's see here. Who else we got here? All right, Chester, I got another question starred for you. Let's see here. New year, new me. Expect a comeback. Damn right, Jamie. Hey, Jamie, that'll be your new theme song for 2026. I'm making the comeback. Yeah. So I'm pulling for you, Jamie. If anybody could do it, it's absolutely you can, sweetheart. Love you, Jamie. And we got yo, Adrian. How you doing? What's going on there, Adrian? Hopefully all is going well with you. So that is all I am seeing at the moment. If anybody else pops in, I'll be sure to say my hellos to each and every single one of you new that's popping in. And of course, if you got any questions, again, this is the show where you get to ask me anything. So we could talk about anything New Year's. We could talk about horror movies, like we love to talk about horror movies. What are some movies we looking forward to of 2026? What are some of our favorite movies from 2025? I'll be happy to read your all's comments, but with me, I know me, Brad, and Chris are going to be doing a video of stuff of like for our 2025s and 2026s. I know Friday, I haven't created the stream yet, but I will plan on creating it sometime today. But on Friday at 8 o'clock Eastern time, Good Real Life will happen. It will be finally back after some kind of little tiny hiatus due to the holiday season, as we're going to be doing our ranking for 2025. So be on the lookout for that for this Friday, 8 o'clock Eastern time. Let's see here. All right. So I think I got. Oh, there we go. Of course, we got Kyle Curtis Flett from Another World. What's going on there, Kyle? How are you doing, buddy? Saying cheers, buddy, for 17 months as a member. Hell yes, man. And Kyle, if you could just send me a quick reminder, how long has it been for you as a member on the Climax and an IMAX tier? Because I'm keeping up with, or I'm gonna don't want to miss it, because if you've been that member of that tier for 6 months consecutively, that's when we owe you a skit. So that's the big perk of tier number 4, the Good Real Hunting membership, is that if you are a member for us for 6 months in tier 4, we owe you a skit. And speaking of that too, Kyle, not only you're not alone in that tier 4 anymore. We had a brand new person in joining our tier, and I want to get his name right because I do not want to disrespect our newest Patreon. So let me let's see here. Where's my Patreon file? There's my Patreon file. Where's my list? There it is. So the So the name is Christian Michael Orlando Nichols. Hopefully, I'm saying the last name right. So Christian Michael Orlando Nichols is our newest Tier 4 member of IMAX and the Climax. That name's been given by Chris Galloway for that particular tier. So we got two members at the Tier 4. So if he's a member also for 6 months consecutively, we will owe him a skit as well. So let's make Christian feel welcome as well. All right, let's see here. What else we got going on here? Let's see here. Whatever the skit is, promise me to keep your shirt on. Now, Ashton, man, I can't keep promises like that, man. I can't keep promises like that. Leanna, what's going on there, Leanna? How are you doing? Hopefully all is going well with you. Who else we got here? We got Russell. What's going on there, Russell? How are you doing? Hopefully all is going well. Yeah, every time Leanna just enters the chat, it just, it gives you that one of those moods like excellent. Even though for me, when I do that, it's just I'm happy that everybody's here in the chat. So hell yeah. So let's see here. We got Gory Tiger. I just saw you popping in there. What's going on there, Gory Tiger? How are you doing, my friend? And that skit was classic last year. Yeah, absolutely it was. We had a lot of fun making the Real Horror Award skit for last year. We still plan on doing a skit this year, even though I will just say it's going to possibly look a little different. And would it probably this is what we're going to try to do. We're going to try to make it that epic level like we did last year. But I think this time around, we're going to be doing something a little different that will help all of our schedules for me, Brad, and Chris. So bear with us with that. If it's not as kind of as good as it used to, or as it was from last year, but we still promise you it's still going to be an awesome skit that you all will get to enjoy. And you never know, we might be having special guests on those particular skits as well. So be on the lookout when it's time for the Real Horror Awards. Let's see here. We got Brett. What's going on there, Brett? How are you doing? Now, Brett, I told you this already. You are Brett number 1, and I am Brett number 2. Or am I now Brett number 3? Because I know there's another Brett out there as well. But Brett, how are you doing? Hopefully all is going well with you. And let's see here. And we got Brother Fluff. What's going on there, Brother Fluff? How are you doing? Hopefully all is going well with you, my friend. And you stayed fluffy all year of 2025. So I expect you to do the same to be even more fluffier in 2026. Because I know 2026 is going to bring you a lot of joy, my friend. And I cannot wait to see you be happy for 2026. All righty, let's see here. Just looking around the Christmas tree, even though there's no Christmas anymore. But Jimmy says, good real skits rule. Hell yeah, Jimmy. Yes, they are. Again, we're going to do everything we can to still make this year's Real Horror Wars skit a really, really good time. All right, let's see here. All right, Davey, we're going to start with your question first, but let me double check one more time to make sure I'm not missing anybody. Nope, I think we are good. So let's go ahead and get to some of the questions here. So, Davey, this is where I kind of want to carry on to first is Stranger Things. So before I read Davey's question here, I just want to kindly remind you all, when we get into this series finale tonight, just more than anything, be respectful, because there's going to be people that really enjoy Stranger Things, the finale. There's going to be a lot of emotion, sadness, and all that. So don't be a jerk. I'm not worried with our community. Our community has been nothing but spectacular all year of 2025. We've never really had any major problems, which is a great success. But yeah, let's not spoil anything tonight, for just in case if people are saving that finale or they can't get to it tonight. So let's save that. Just make sure in our community we don't do any spoilers for a little bit, because there will be a time where me and Brad will dive in head first into those spoilers with a feature video or maybe even a live stream. We haven't decided just yet. So yeah, let's just do that. And more than anything, just be respectful to others because like again it's going to be an emotional night because there's like hardcore fans out there for Stranger Things, so let's just be respectful to them. Let's not be some of these assholes out there that are just hating on the show just to hate on it, which you are allowed to have your opinion, but just to go beyond just your opinion of just being an asshole, just not really cool, not no bueno and all that. Just again, lastly I'll say, and I'll dive into this, that it's Stranger Things tonight. Let's just all have a really good time with it. I know like this hasn't been the season of everyone's big expectations on for the final series, for the final season of this series. But man, I just remember going back watching this show for the first time, and from there till now, it's been such a fun journey. And I think it's one of those journeys we won't get for a very, very long time. Let me check. Oh, okay. We got more people in the chat. And Davey, I promise you I'll get there. Let's see here. Let's see here. Okay, no, Russell, that's not a dumb question. I'll be happy to provide that information to you. One moment. Let's see here. Heather, what's going on there, Heather? How are you doing? Hopefully all is going well with you. It's always great seeing you here. Let's see here. Yeah, Brother Fluff's of course going to be watching Stranger Things tomorrow because his Miami Hurricanes have to beat up those damn Buckeyes up there in the north of Ohio State, which Brother Fluff, I really hope you all can do it. It's just I don't know, man. I really don't. I just don't think they have enough what it takes to beat Ohio State. But again, I'm hoping I'm wrong, my friend. So best of luck to your Hurricanes. All right, Davey, back to you, my friend. All right, what's the ceiling for everyone's Stranger Things finale expectations? I'm not sure it can be better than a 7 out of 10, and I have my serious doubts that the finale can save this underwhelming season. Okay, so yeah, that's a lot of like that's been the bold thing that's been coming out of the volume 2 is that a lot of people are finding it very underwhelming and they're not the biggest fan of the whole Will stuff, which again I'm going to make sure like not to spoil volume 2 or volume 1 either, just in case if there are those that have not seen it. So this is a non-spoiler, so just want to make sure this is a safe space. Mods in the chat, if you see any spoilers, if you could just remove them, that would be great. Don't kick them, but just remove the comment. But let's see here. I just want to read this. Expectations for the finale. Here's my expectations. I just want to. I just want to feel. That's my main thing I want to do. I want to feel joy. I want to feel sadness. I want to feel just tension. I want to feel like I'm so nervous. I don't know what's going to happen. I just want to feel all these emotions and not like for it to go overboard with it. I just hopefully it's just the right amount of emotion with those particular emotions. That's what I'm mainly looking forward tonight. I am looking forward to, or I'm mainly expecting for all the stories to officially be completed. I feel like we completed those little side quest stories. That's what Volume 2 was mainly all about. Was just kind of finishing those side quest stories. And then when we get to this finale, we're going to be focusing on that big finale with the big story, and hopefully that will get to be completed without anything being left open or just confusion, or we go into this episode or leave this episode or this finale with more questions than we do answers. I think the Duffer Brothers are going to do a good job with this finale. Would they do the best job in the world? No, just because of how big this show got and the expectations keep increasing season after season, episode after episode. So it's a really hard task. So like even like if succeed or fail, Duffer Brothers, very good job for what you all have done. So we'll just see. I feel like it's just going to be fun and satisfying. That's right. If I can have fun, cry, feel tension, get scared, and then just have a satisfying ending for me, I'll be okay with it. But what do you all think? What are some of your all's finale expectations without spoiling anything? And for you, Davey says you have serious doubts that the finale can save this underwhelming season. Yeah, again, I understand where Volume 2 was really underwhelming and disappointing for a lot of people. For me, it was okay for the fact that, again, I knew we were going to go back off of the action and we're going to focus on the story and to finish off those, again, those little side quest stories too, because they needed to get wrapped up as well. And I feel like we finally did wrap up those little side quest stories so we can focus mainly on the action and the big story of the finale. So I feel like what they did that pretty much that last couple of scenes did a really solid job wrapping everything up, telling you what the big story is, what the stakes are, which I'm hoping that are stakes tonight with a couple of character deaths. Three in particular, I wish they get away from. Like, I don't want them to die or anything, which I'll be happy to tell you on that. I don't want Robin, Steve, or Robin's girlfriend to die. Other than those three, I'm totally okay with at this point of time with how everything is. So with that, Davey, again, hopefully with this finale tonight, like for me, I'm hoping for you 8 out of 10. That it proves you wrong a little bit. But if not, no big deal. We are allowed to have our opinions, right or wrong, because trust me, a lot of my opinions are wrong. So, Davey, just the most important thing I want for you tonight is I want you to have a good time with this. I really want you to have a really good time with this. So, Davey, great way to start us off here. And then once I get to the Stranger Things comments here, then I will get to the other questions I have in store. So let's see here. I gotta find my place here again. Let's see here. All right, there we go. I'm at my place. So let me scroll down. I am not sure where I want the season to end or how. I am a casual fan. I just want it wrapped up neatly and no ambiguous ending. Ha! You all thought I was going to mess up that word. Or set up for a spinoff. See, that's the thing, Heather, for me. I don't need a spinoff for this. I know there's the whole thing out there where we're going to get Robin and Nancy with a little side quest spinoff. But honestly, this is the series finale. If you are going to do a series finale, the series finale, the final episode has to be it. End it, do it where there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing to expand upon it. There's no need for spin-offs or anything like that. If they were going to do a spin-off, they missed out on their opportunity to do a spin-off, in my opinion. So tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern time, for those Eastern fans, get the first crack at it. I just want it all to end, like you said, Heather. I want it to end neatly with no open endings. I want this to be it, where nothing else can happen after what happens tonight. That's just mainly what I want to. See here. Yeah, I was like, you spank game by who decides to spoil anything. Let's see here. I've never heard of a series finale that wasn't disappointing because we're sad that the show is and yeah, exactly too. And I'm just also curious of why people are hating on it as much as they are. It's the fact that their true emotion behind it is that crap. I've been loving this show, and just for it to rush through everything just so that it can officially end, and I do not want it to end. Yeah, I'm curious about that too, Russell. I wonder if that's where a lot of the hate is coming from. It's that they're truly sad that the show is indeed ending. But again, we'll find out tonight. We'll see what the fans' reactions to everything. Which I'm not sure. I'll ask this question too in the chat. How many of you all are going to see this in the theater? Because I'm just telling you, from what I've been seeing, those theaters are being sold out like crazy. It's freaking astounding to see how much those tickets are just going off those shelves left and right, left and right. There's like hardly any room. Like the only way at that point to watch Stranger Things in the theater is if you have like a disability in those disability seats. But other than that, all those seats are officially sold out. So I'm just curious to ask you guys, are any of you going to see this in the theater? See here. What else we got in here? Do, 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 do. Since it's ending, what has been your favorite episode from the entire series so far? Either a fave from each season or a favorite overall? Ooh, Stewie, that's such a good question because I loved episode 4 of season 5. I absolutely do. But I'll be honest with you, one of the best episodes I've ever seen from any show ever is from Stranger Things. And I cannot remember the exact episode number from season 4, but it's got to be that episode where Max and running up that hill, where running up that hill just became such a phenomenon all by itself. It just brought a song dead in the past alive and well in this whole currency of the 2020s of running up that hill. That episode to me, with that scene where Max is running through it and we got that music going in the background and all that, my God, that episode was so freaking well written, well directed, well acted. Everything about that episode and that scene alone was nothing but a chef's kiss. Or as you see the kind of like the gif or the meme that's online, absolute cinema. Like to me, that so Stewie, hopefully that answers that question for you. That one episode with Max in season 4, my all-time favorite episode in Stranger Things, and might honestly be my all-time favorite episode of any TV series ever. Because that's how much I personally enjoyed it. I gotta put my phone on silent because my phone goes off every time I love to stream. So let's see here. I'm just happy because I strongly believe they're bringing in "Don't Dream It's Over," my number one song pick since the start of Volume One. So, Leanna, hopefully, "Don't Dream It's Over." Hopefully, it uh, happens in this particular finale tonight. So, I will send all my good juju on this song to make an appearance tonight. Ooh, Heather, I'm going to start that because we're going to get into that one because that's what I'm very interested in this year's Real Horror Awards, Heather, is for best TV series in the horror genre because I'm just telling you that particular category is stacked. And I'm just so curious to see who's going to win that one. So let's see here. All of the 7 episodes were gotten so far have been pretty disappointing. They've spent 10 hours on interpersonal drama that didn't need that kind of attention. And you know what, Davey, that's true. So, like, Davey, how about this? How about let's say if season 5 were currently is currently full of that this pretty much the season where it finishes off all the side quest stories and everything. So would you think that David, this is just me asking you, do you think there needed to be one more season that kind of goes in the direction that you wanted to go to? Is that kind of like where you were wanting? Because I understand, again, we're rushing through season 5 because we're trying to finish it up, the series and all that. So do you think this could have benefited with one more season? So Davey, I'm curious about that. Now, Davey, you know their stakes. I know they're not the strongest stakes in the world, but they're stakes, and hopefully we get those stakes tonight. So, so hoping. Yeah, and that's true, Stewie. That's what I'm going to go with as well. That they did this in order to add the stakes into our characters, and hopefully that the characters that we enjoy make it out in one piece. So I know that's why they did it. Will they do a successful job at it? Guess time will tell. So again, only a cup. We got clocks ticking. Everybody, I'm talking about that Vecna clock. That clock is ticking. I think this finale will no doubt be the best episode in the season. That's how big of a letdown it's been so far. And you know what? And again, that's just also, it's called the finale for a reason. You're supposed to put all your eggs into one basket. And I'm just hoping that's what they do. But hopefully they just don't put too much into that basket where the basket overfills. It just makes one big yolky mess. You know what I mean? So hopefully, again, like the Duffer Brothers do an excellent job finishing this out. Sam from Our Life in Horror. What's going on there, Sam? How are you doing? Everybody, I just want a quick pause real quick from all this Stranger Things talk. Sam and Brandon and two other YouTubers, and Sam, I apologize for not having those YouTubers. I'm sad that you are working with them. If you want to drop them in the comments section, please do that. But Sam and Brandon are going to be doing their own version of the awards this upcoming February, which let's see here. That's going to be February the 5th, which is, I know it's a Thursday in February. For February the 5th, they are going to be hosting the first annual Screamies. And that is going to be so much fun to watch them as they tackle their first horror award show, because it'll take me back to a time where the real horror awards, when I was organizing that for the very first time, with how much fun it was and with how much work goes into pulling off a big award show like that. I know Sam and Brandon are going to do a great job with their Screamies this year. And with the Screamies, from my understanding, this coming Sunday is when they will be releasing their ballot as well. And I will be sharing it all over Good Real Hunting as well. So you all will also need to vote for the Screamies along with the Real Horror Awards too. So back-to-back days, Sunday and Monday, you all need to be voting until you can vote no more. So Sam, how are you doing? Hopefully I did a good enough job to promote that for you, and I'm glad you're here, and hopefully you will have a great new year of 2026. All right, let's see here. Who else we got in here? Let's see here. Isn't there a spinoff for Stranger Things? They were working on it. I think they're currently trying to work on it with like the side quests of Nancy and Robin. But just in my opinion, I think they missed out on the mark for it. While we had that long period of time between season 4 and season 5, they needed to add that particular spinoff into that particular time frame. In my opinion, I felt like that's what they should have done, but they missed the mark. So I don't think there should be a spinoff. But the last thing I heard is that they were working on a spinoff. I think they did a great job giving characters emotional closure going into the finale. And see, Lena, that's what I believe in that too. I thought they did a good enough job, except for Will, because that was the worst kept secret in TV history. Even though the scene itself was well acted and it was fine, but the other scenes that they did, with particular characters, I thought they did a really, really good job. Adrian, I got your question started, and I got everybody else's start too. So I promise you, I will get to them. It's just we're on this topic right now with Stranger Things, and I want to make sure we close it, just like the show is going to close tonight. So bear with me, guys. I will get to your questions. I got them started. All right, here's from this question. Hell no, staying at home to watch it, not about to watch it in the theater. That's a good answer, because I don't want anybody to see me cry in the theater, so I'm just going to cry in the comforts of my own home. So that's my take on it. I'm easily seeing it in the comforts of my own home. I'll be seeing it in my home theater. Now, Brooke, that's the perfect theater to go to enjoy such a finale. I would love to watch the series finale in that giant ball theater in Vegas. Dude, speaking of that giant ball in Vegas, did you all see not only the drone show they did with 5,000 drones to celebrate the series finale of Stranger Things? I'm not sure how many of y'all saw that, but yeah, that whole giant ball theater where that kind of like the Mind Flyer is just in that, like just being displayed in that giant ball on the outside. That was bad ass, and I loved everything they did just to celebrate, and the marketing, the promoting leading up to this finale, I think has been phenomenal. Let's see here. Same is I'm enjoying the final season of Stranger Things. And yeah, overall, I'm enjoying it as well, like for the most part. Is it perfect? Absolutely it's not. Because right now I still barely have season 4 being my favorite episode or my favorite season of Stranger Things. But depending on how this finale goes, maybe it can change. You might never know. And plus, I'll save my ranking because I know me and Brad plan on doing a ranking of that as well. Oh, okay. You're talking. See, Ashton, almost said episode 4, season 4 of the whole Max scene right there. I almost said that, but I doubted myself. Maybe that'd be my New Year's resolution is to quit doubt myself and just go with my gut instincts. Even though it's a little chubby right now, so I gotta get my whole weight under control. So starting tomorrow, I'll be going back to doing a survivor style diet with me so I can drop all this holiday weight, especially what a particular thing I got coming up in the coming months too, but I'm very, very excited about. Fortunately, I can't talk about it with you all, but just know it's going to be something really cool that Good Real Hunting is going to be a part of. Let's see here. Nope, because I'm snowed in. Hey, that's a good reason, Jamie. I'm already risking my life going out for milk. I'm going to just stay put until the storm passes. I'll just watch it at home. There you go. Let's see here. And oh, Sam, I'm sorry. Your all's plans got canceled as well due to the snow. But hey, it's not all for a loss because you got the series finale of Stranger Things tonight. So just buckle in, pop some popcorn, get a good soda drink in, and enjoy the finale of Stranger Things. I think to me, honestly, that's a lot better than going out there with all those drunk idiots out there in the world. All right, let's see here. All right, I'm just reading here. Talking amongst yourself, which is great. Thank you. It's always great. I love when y'all talk amongst yourselves too, just because like I could just tell you all are having a good time. Hell yeah. Let's see here. I watched seasons 3 and 4 right before season 5 started. That's some of the best TV I have ever seen. This season has lost the pacing and the rhythm that made this show great. And again, that's why I'm thinking, Davey. Like, do you think it could have benefited for just extended it one more season further, or is it? Do you think that this season's not been fulfilling your expectations into this whole finale? It's just because they're rushing through everything of all the hard work that seasons 3 and 4 have set up. So just let's dive a little more into it, Davey. Let's dive a little bit more into it. Thanks, BrettMan. They are Critics After Dark and Sean's Horror Corner. It's February the 7th. See, I fucked up already. I'm an asshole. So let me look at my calendar here. Let's see here. So I can fix this mistake here. Oh, okay. I see it, Sam. So I thought you all were doing the 5th, but now I'm seeing you are doing it on Saturday, February the 7th. So hell yeah, that's awesome. So I will be here in the comforts of my own home, or popping my own bag of popcorn and getting me it will have to be water because I'm going on that extreme diet. So I'm only will allow 1 can of soda in the morning. That's it. But I'll get my big old jug of water right here, and I'll be watching those Screamies on Saturday, February the 7th. And again, Sam, I just know you all are going to have put on an amazing show, and I cannot wait. Oh no, Stewie, I have not gotten to your question yet. I'm about to wrap up this Stranger Things talk of it. I will get to your all's question. So Stewie, I have it starred. I'm on the Stranger Things topic while it's just still fresh on my mind. Yeah. Thank you, Sam. I am looking forward to the Real Horror Awards as well. I just think what we got going on is going to be great. And just to see these categories and to see who is going to win, that is what has me intrigued this year because this has been a strong year in the horror genre. So, me and Brad are still hard at work getting nominees right before that Monday date because that's how tough it's been. Me and Brad are only halfway done with nominees, which I'll let you all know for our Patreons and YouTube members. This would be a good time to promote this. Saturday, I believe it's going to be 8 o'clock Saturday. We're going to be doing our December Patreon YouTube member hangout. So, and for this particular hangout, everybody's welcome. So if you are a Patreon or a YouTube member of any tier, you will get that link to join us as me and Brad will tackle the second half of our nominee list. Maybe you guys can help us out there, providing with some nominees that deserve to be in these particular categories. So if you are interested, be sure to consider hitting those links down there for Patreon or YouTube member and sign up. Again, it could be any tier. So that $1 tier will give you access to this once and only, kind of like just gives you the sneak preview of what these Patreon YouTube member streams are going to look like into the future before we give it back for the tiers 2s and up. So hopefully y'all will consider that for this Saturday. And let's see here. There was one thing I was going to add note to it. If it remembers, I'll bring it up there because I'm just thinking 100 miles a minute right now because I shouldn't be doing that. They do great content on their channel. You guys better sub over there. If you're talking about our life in horror, absolutely you're correct, Chester, and everybody needs to go subscribe to them. Gene Whitcomb, what's going on there, Gene? How are you doing? Hopefully all is going well with you. I apologize to getting to you late here. Because I think we are slowing down on the Stranger Things chat, so I'm about to pop back over to all these amazing questions I have in store. Let's see here. Ashton, I think I got that question, but I'll start again just in case. Let's see here. We got Cole. What's going on there, Cole? How are you doing? Hopefully all is going well with you. I can answer this question real quick because it's pretty fast. Gene Whitcomb says, question, how are you doing today, BrettMan? Gene, I am doing good. I'm still trying to get this last bit of sickness out of me, which is kind of like hitting me right here. So if I sound a little bit congested, that's why. It's that I'm on that final hump to getting 100%. I feel like 85% today, which trust me is a lot better than like the 50% I was experiencing a couple of days ago. But Gene, I am doing well. Got the Stranger Things series finale tonight, and then I got lots and lots of Real Horror Award editing to do and stuff to work on for Good Real Hunting. So I'm going to take today and tomorrow. Well, those are my off days, is today and tomorrow, and I'm going to really use that time to really do a lot of work on the channel. See here, what else we got here? Oh, and Stewie, I got that question there for a minute, talking about my tombstone right here, because you are correct about the name, but I'll tell you the whole story here in a minute, which I'll make you the first question. How about that? Okay, if anybody does have the link for Dave Vanderhoff's Instagram account, that would be greatly appreciated if you could share that into the comments too to help Stewie out there. We got Erica. What's going on there, Erica? How are you doing? Hopefully all is going well with you, and Happy New Year to you as well. It's the thought that counts. We appreciate you. Hey, sit. We always got you and Brandon. Always got you all. Y'all have been super kind to me, so I always want to give back when people are super kind to me. So I am really looking forward to the Screamies. Okay, here we go. This will be the last thing, and I will promise you we'll take a break from Stranger Things and we'll go on to the next thing. I don't think we need another season. They are wasting our time in this season as it is. And my expectations are based on previous seasons and everything they've said about this season. And Davey, that's absolutely a fair expectation, especially with you coming here recently with seasons 3 and 4, because seasons 3 and 4 are really damn good. So I do not I do not blame you with those particular expectations as well. So again, Davey, what I am wishing, I'm not wishing it for to be perfect like an 11 out of 10. Like we're going to be realistic here. My challenge is hopefully this series finale could deliver a 8 out of 10, or even I'll even accept a 7.5 out of 10 versus your expectation of a 7 out of 10. I'm really hoping that for you, and if not, no problem at all, because again, we are allowed to feel what we're allowed to feel. We're allowed to say what we're allowed to say, because again, opinions are not facts. I wish some people in this world can understand that concept. But Davey, mainly I just want you to have a good, like as Corey Cunningham says in How He Ends, we're gonna have a really good time tonight. That's really what I want for you at the end of the day, is I want you to have a good time tonight. Let's see here. All right, let me get that one. Thank you, Davey. I'm gonna go ahead and start that real quick while I'm thinking about it. Let's see here. Let's see here. Where's my? I don't want to put you in timeout. You didn't do anything wrong. Okay, there we go. Let's see if that. There we go. So I got Dave Vanderhoff's Instagram account posted on there. So there we go. Because I'm about to get into that here just a minute. See here, Sam, I got your question started. So I am not seeing any more Stranger Things talk. So I think this would be a good time to take that good break from Stranger Things. I think we're Stranger Things out until 8 o'clock Eastern time on Netflix. So looking forward to it. I cannot wait for the finale just to see how it all ends. So let's see here. Here, 1 minute. 1 minute. All right, sorry about that. So let's continue on here. Stewie, I promise you I'll get to your question first. So let's see here. Where did you get your Goodwill hunting tombstone? Let's see if the camera will follow me. There we go. This tombstone right here is provided by a really good buddy of mine called Dave. His name is Dave Vanderhoff. In that comment section right now, or in the chat room right now, you get to see like a little pinned post. That is his Instagram account. So if you all want him to create you a tombstone, and I'm really looking at the content creators right now. So for like Sam from Our Life in Horror, this could really pertain to you big time because I would suggest you to do this. This tombstone was created by Dave Vanderhoff. He does this for YouTube channels and he pays attention. He's really good at the details here. Let me see if I can get it. Oh, great success. Hey, look, here, come back here. You get to finally see my Halloween 3 masks now, finally. So let's see here. All right, hey, camera, come back. You gotta love these freaking cameras having a mind of their own. All right, you see here, this is this tombstone. This is a lot of work goes into this. Like they've shared the entire process with me of every single step he takes to make this, which and his customer service is absolutely if I could give an 11 out of 10 tonight, it's going to be Dave Vanderhoff's work on this and his customer service. Absolutely 11 out of 10. And as you can see here, it says the hunt for the good reels. Or wait a minute. Oh, sorry. It's Brad's quote he gave on the channel. We hunt for the good reels, so you don't have to. And it has that establishment date right there of 2020. That's when we started our YouTube channel of September the 15th of 2020. So again, Dave Vanderhoff, if you are listening or if somebody shares this with you, you did a phenomenal job with this tombstone right here. And I promise you, it will always. I gotta be careful. Let me see if I got that just right. Perfect. So yes, Dave Vanderhoff, thank you so much for making this for me. It will be a gift that I will always cherish for the rest of my YouTubing career. You can believe that, my friend. So Stewie, hopefully that answers your question. I apologize. It took a while to get to your question. All right, let's see what we else got here in the chat before I get to some more questions here. Let's see here. Let's see here. Yeah, Sam, I'm telling you, you need to get a hold of Dave Vanderhoff and have him make you and Brandon a tombstone for Our Life in Horror because I know he can absolutely do a good job for you all. Let's see here. Joe Dirt. They do the work so you don't have to. Why don't you stick your head up your butt and fight for air? Joe Dirt. That's such a funny movie. All right. Oh, actually, I need to get Courtney Reed because he's been waiting along too. Which again, I'm trying to get to your all's questions, so thank you for being patient with me. Brett, who do you got going to the Super Bowl? Dude, this is such a hard question because I feel like at this point of time that anybody can go to the Super Bowl at this point with the people who are making it into the playoffs. But if I'm just being a guesser, which sometimes I could be a good assumption of guessing when it comes to football. Sometimes I just majorly suck. Um, Let me think here. Holy shit. I also just saw we had 21 people tuning in to Fright Bites Live, which is awesome. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I'm pretty sure 21 is indeed a new record for Fright Bites Live. So congratulations, everybody. You guys are awesome. I do this show because of you guys, of how much I love answering your questions and more importantly, hanging out with you guys. Courtney, I would say my guess at this time, and then I'll take a better look at it later. My gut is telling me I'm going to go with and Braden, don't hurt me on this because I'm still going to support the Chicago Bears. I promise you I will. But this is a prediction, okay? Just a prediction. Predictions can be wrong. Right now with how everybody's playing football, I'm going to go with the San Francisco 49ers. And I just, for some reason, I still have faith, or faith, that is, not no T. I have faith. I'm going to go with the Buffalo Bills. Just to me, a Buffalo Bills versus the San Francisco 49ers, I think has the potential to be a really damn good Super Bowl. Josh Allen versus Brock Purdy and that defense, because right now the 49ers are playing some amazing football. And plus, of course, we got Josh Allen's heroics as well. So I think that could be a really fun Super Bowl. And plus, to have the Super Bowl with the 49ers in the 49ers stadium, that would be epic. The energy in that stadium will be electrifying. So that's my prediction there, Courtney. What else we got here in the chat? Let's see here. Okay, we're still good there. I'm still paying attention, make sure I'm not missing anything. Let's see here. Okay, Chester, I don't have no New Year's resolutions, but I got a birthday next month on the 12th. Hell yeah, Chester. So, Chester, I'll be sure to make sure to put it on my calendar to wish you a very happy birthday. And actually, let's see here. Okay, no, you're talking about January. Sorry, you got me excited for a minute because when you said February the 12th, I was like, that's Real Horror Award Day. That's awesome. But you're just talking about January the 12th. So I will be sure to say a happy birthday to you, my friend. So very happy early birthday, my friend. And question, going to rewatch any New Year's Eve movies tonight? I don't really have any movies planned unless if technically you count the series finale of Stranger Things tonight because it's 2 hours long and a lot of people are pretty much considering it a movie to do for a finale. If you don't count that, I don't really have much mess of a like kind of like a watch or anything like that. But what I do plan on, and I'm going to be working on this later today too, is I'm going to come up with 365 horror movies. So for 365 days straight, I will be watching a horror movie. I will be talking about that horror movie. I will say my favorite death, or I just got a bunch of plans for it. So it's going to be Brett's journey to 365 horror movies of 2026 to celebrate me being a horror movie fan for 10 years. Brad got me involved into the horror genre for the year of 2016, and here we are a couple of hours away from 2026. And what better way to celebrate a genre of movies, the horror genre, that have given me so much in my life these past couple of years, these last really now 5 years, 5.5 years, if you are doing technical math. Yeah, because the horror genre has given me each and every single one of you, has provided me with two of the best friends that I can ever ask for. So I like to try to give back, and I think giving back for 365 days is a great way to do that. So here in a minute, since we're actually on that topic, and you know what, go ahead and just drop it now. What are movies in the horror genre you think I should rewatch or even watch for the very first time. Give me some good horror movies. Give me your best ones. So if you got any tricks up your sleeve, now's the time to play them, because you gotta know when to fold on, when in the hold on, learn to walk away. Well, don't walk away. Give me your suggestion first. So, what are some horror movies you think I should add to my horror movie list? Saying, while that is generating, I'm actually going to pull up my list so you all can take a look at it. And then I will add, you know what? That would be the fun game we do now. Well, let's just add some horror movies onto my Excel list. So, let me get that ready for you guys. Let's see here. Let's go to Google Sheets. There's my 365. All right. See here. Okay, I got that. So I got so many tabs open right now. This is freaking ridiculous. So there you go, Chester. You just spawned a whole new idea for this stream right now. Keelan, I will not be watching Jeepers Creepers Reborn. You watch your mouth. I am not watching that movie. Let's see here. Let's see here. I'm catching up on the chat real quick. Let's see here. All right, let's see here. Okay, while we got giving you all plenty of time to get some horror movie suggestions in. Here, I'll load it here in one moment. I'm gonna do a quick speed round with all these other questions that you all have, because I just, it's been too long for y'all to have them in there, and I'm sorry about that. What are you looking forward to? Or are you looking forward to We Buried the Dead? Is that the Daisy Ridley horror movie? Some of y'all don't know who she is. She played Rey Skywalker. She played Rey in the new sequel trilogy of Star Wars. Yes, I am very looking forward to it. I am absolutely there when it hits the theaters in January. I'm definitely watching that one. What movies are you looking forward to in 2026? Of course, the main one I'm looking forward to is The Odyssey by Christopher Nolan. That's probably going to be my most anticipated movie. I want to see all the movies and if are coming out in 2026, so I can actually make a list for when me and Brad do it, either a live stream or a video on most anticipated. But Odyssey's on there, Evil Dead Burns is on there, Avengers Doomsday is on there, not Dune, screw Dune. Doomsday is on there. There's so much. Oh, and the Michael Jackson movies definitely going to be on there. So there's so much great movies coming out in 2026. Is it called the 2025 or 2026 awards because you're celebrating the previous year's films, but it's in 2026? No, it's not a dumb question at all, because like we were trying to figure this out too when we did the first ever Real Horror Awards, but that was the big question because we really did not want to screw anything up. But we're calling it the 2026, this upcoming one, the 2026 Real Horror Awards, because it's in the year 2026, but we go back to celebrate the greatness that is 2025. Just because it wouldn't make much sense in the year of 2026 to call it the Real Horror Awards 2025 when the year is in 2026. So that's why we are calling it the Real Horror Awards of 2026. Heather's opinion: Stranger Things can't hold Pennywise's red balloon. And see, Heather, that's what I'm looking forward to the Real Horror Awards, to see what is going to win the best horror TV series. Stranger Things, or Welcome to Derry, or Alien Earth, Wednesday, The Last of Us season 2. There's so many great category or nominees into that potential category. So I'm very looking forward to see what is going to come home with the Real Horror Award. I think it's the best category with the best nominees in Real Horror Award history. So I'm really looking forward to seeing the results of that when we start voting on Monday. How are you celebrating the new year? In the comforts of my own home, editing, watching the Stranger Things season finale or the series finale. That is how I'm going to be celebrating my new year, my friend, and to be working on the Real Horror Awards and stuff on the channel. What horror okay, so I did answer that question, so no problems there. Uh, what is your top 5 movies of 2025? I'll read yours, but I'm not gonna say mine because me and Brad, I'm pretty sure we are doing that on Friday for, our favorite movies of 2025, or it could be horror too. I'm pretty sure from our text messaging and all that, it's gonna be overall movies for this upcoming Friday, but I'll double confirm when I create the stream later. But I'll rate your top 5 movies. VHS Halloween, The Long Walk, Dangerous Animals, Final Destination Bloodlines, and Sinners. Dude, Chester, those are some good candidates right there. Hell yeah. I enjoy your top 5. Hell yeah. What was your biggest disappointment movie wise this year? Sam, there a couple of them that kind of like disappointed me, but the main one that disappointed me was The Wolfman of 2025 by Lee Winnell. Because what Lee Winnell did with the Invisible Man in 2020 was absolutely amazing, and I was hoping he brought that same like that same aura of the Invisible Man 2020 into the Wolfman of 2025. And unfortunately, it didn't happen that way. And I was really disappointed with that movie. So that's my answer, Sam. Wolfman 2025. What would be the next series after Stranger Things? Anything exciting coming up? For next year, I don't necessarily know, Stewie, but I know when it does eventually come out, everybody's excited for Welcome to Derry Season 2. I know that will be the big show that's going to be releasing. Oh, and of course, The Last of Us Season 3 when that comes out as well, when it's ready to present itself. What horror icon, actor or actress would you love to interview? Ooh, man, I could talk about this topic for a particular Fright Bites episode. But to give you kind of a short answer right off the bat, I would love to interview Haley Steinfeld in her performance in Sinners. I would love to interview Felissa Rose because she's one of the greatest human beings on the face of the planet. I will also love to interview Scout Taylor Compton because she has just such a great bubbly personality. She'd be a great one to interview. If they were going towards the men actors of who I would love to interview, I would love to interview Derek Mears because he was definitely one of the most kindest guys in a horror convention that I ever got the privilege to speak to. And he signed, if I can just remember StreamYard here in a minute. There we go. He signed me that mask right there from the Friday the 13th remake right there. Derek Mears signed that for me. All right, that is all the questions I have. Oh, hello there, Tia. How are you doing? Hopefully, all is going well with you. And welcome on in. Welcome on in. Everybody knows. Make Tia feel welcome. See here. Ooh, oh wait a minute. So it's actually coming out tomorrow. Ooh, Keelan, if it's coming out tomorrow, I might have to maybe make a trip out of the house to go see it. So I need to go check my local theater to see if it's coming out tomorrow. But Keelan, good catch, my friend. Let's see here. All right, I gotta start movies real quick. So let me see what we got here. Okay, Sam, have a great one. I'm so sorry I couldn't get to your movies while you were here. But Sam, have a great day. Have a happy new year. And everybody, again, be sure to vote for the Screamies starting Sunday. All right, Stewie, there we go. I'm just looking here. I can read this real quick for top 2026 anticipated movies. Sunrise on the Reaping, Project Hail Mary. Ooh, that's the Ryan Gosling movie. That should be a good time. Other Mama, Evil Dead Burns, and Sharknado Origins. Heather, I knew I could count on you find some way to put Sharknado on any list imaginable. So, Heather, hopefully those movies are all a great success for you in 2026. That's a good list. All right, what else we got here? There's a new movie called Werewolves coming in 2026. I also know that there's a werewolf, if that's kind of how you say it in the particular spelling of WUR. WOLF. That is Robert Eggers' interpretation of the Wolfman, which I know is going to be 100 times better than what Lee Winnell did. So I know that's coming in December of 2026. That is another great anticipated movie that I'm looking forward to. Yes, Jamie, I was very surprised that Derek Mears showed up, but more than anything, I was happy that he showed up. Anytime I get to see Derek Mears pop up in any kind of series or movie, I'm always going to be happy. Yes, sir. My theater has one viewing at 10:20. I hate going that late, but whatever. Hopefully it's not going to be that late with me because unfortunately I do have to work Friday. So if that's the case, I'll just save it for a weekend activity. But I'll double check my movie times here after the stream is over. All right, I am caught up with the chat. So, guys, go ahead and get your movies ready. I'm about to load up my movie list here right now for what I got. I got over 100 so far, but I do need a grand total of 365. So, let me get this list here. Okay. Sorry for the ugly background. I was not expecting me to do this. So this is what I love about Fright Bites. Anything can happen. We can just talk about one thing and just go to a completely different topic. And we got about 56 more minutes left. So I think we can possibly really strongly tackle this list. I do need to make it bigger, folks. So let me see what I can do here. How's that look? That look pretty good. All right. Yeah, I think that kind of. Let me just take it a little step back. Okay, I think. Okay, here's what I'll do because I know that's a little bit hard to read. So let's do it this way. Let's make it bold. Let's make it bold. We'll make it a little bigger so that way I can do it like this. All right. How's that look? Let me know if that looks good, and we'll go from there. Chester would like to interview Dick Warlock and Ellie Cornell. So okay, we got some little bit of Halloween there, right there. Hell yeah. The Bambi the Reckoning needs to be on the list. I still want to see that because I actually been hearing good things about Bambi the Reckoning. It's just unfortunately I'm a little sour towards that movie for the fact that I was denied viewing of that movie, like of an opportunity to get like an early screening of it, and I got denied it. It kind of got rejected away. So little hurt feelings right there. But eventually when Bambi does go on like Peacock or something, I'll give it a watch. But I'm not gonna like put my money on into it like for a rent or anything like that. But what I have been hearing is that it actually has been maybe one of the best movies within the Poohverse. And I cannot believe I just said Poohverse. I still can't believe to this day and age that that's still a thing. Um, all right, we are all looking good. Okay, excellent. So, all right, I'm gonna get away from the chat for a little bit. Let's see here. All right, so of course you know these two movies. Here, let me do it like that. There we go. All right. Let's do it that way. There we go. Okay, so as you all can see here, I got to do the two movies that have defined me as a horror movie fan within these last 10 years. I got to go with the movie that changed forever for me of what the term a final girl should be, and that is You're Next with my girl Erin, played by Sharni Vincent. Love you, girl. Well, I'm not sure why I pointed up. She's still alive, healthy, and beautiful. So, Sharni, if you saw this, I'm sorry. So, and of course, we got the first horror movie, or not the first horror movie, but it's the horror movie. Here, let me highlight it. Let me put some respect on it. The Conjuring is the movie, and if many originals already know what I'm about to say, I'm about to annoy you again, saying that the 100th time, The Conjuring is the movie that legitimately changed my life. It entered me into the horror genre and made me an official horror movie fan. This movie right here, I absolutely I'm going to give it a watch within my 365 days. And these particular movies, I don't know exactly when I watch them for which month or anything like that. Because I know with the Friday the 13th franchise, we're getting 3 Friday the 13th in 2026, which is unheard of because we normally get around one. But man, we get 3 Friday the 13th. Are you all freaking kidding me? We got to take advantage of that. So I'm going to be rewatching the Friday the 13th franchise. Let's see here. All right, those rap bastards, how dare they reject you? Yeah, I was just disappointed because like I was really expecting for them to let me have access to it, but it's just unfortunately they said, "No, we're good." I'm like, "But you all had interest." I'm like, "Yeah, but So it's just unfortunate. All right, what else we got in here? Let's see here. There we go. Tia, I knew I liked you for a reason. I love your decks. And guess what? If you cannot already tell, here, let me do this real quick. As you can already tell, Tia, I love your next too. Oh, and well, I did have all my goodies, your next goodies down here, but apparently they are put somewhere. I need to clean this room. That'll be my task for 2026. Clean this room. Um, all right, let's see what else we got here. I want to see if y'all have any movie suggestions here. Let's see here. Do I have the Lost Boys on there? I do not, but Keelan, that is my favorite vampire flick of all time. So while we're just thinking about it, don't worry, I'm going to let y'all see this here, because I got over 100 movies right now. So let's see here. Oh damn, I might actually have like close to 150 movies. So I was actually on a good pace, but we're gonna add it. Oh shit. I need to not be an asshole and let you all see this. Wait a minute. Sorry, just making sure. There we go. We'll just do that. There we go. So yeah, there we go. There you go, Keelan, the Lost Boys. Anytime I see Texas Chainsaw Massacre, my brain goes to Turner Classic Movies. Wait a minute. Does it play does Texas Chainsaw Massacre really do play on Turner Classic Movies? Because first off, it absolutely is a classic, but I just didn't think Turner Classic Movies would play horror movies on its deal. So answer that question, Stewie. Do they actually do play Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies on Turner Classics? What's the criteria for this list? Jamie, oh sorry, let me I just saw where I'm just blocked right there. There we go. So hey, there I am. So yes, Jamie, there's really not a criteria for this. I'm just trying to watch me 365 horror movies. It can maybe go beyond 365 with some movies, but I'm mainly just trying to get at least one horror movie a day in 2026. So it could be like any horror movie. I like to try to tackle some newer horror movies, but of course, this is going to be my time to really reflect back on my 10 years of being a horror movie fan and just really want to watch the movies that really made an impact for me and what makes me enjoy being a horror movie fan. TCM is the name. Oh, okay. I get it. Dadgummit. Dadgummit. Oh, see, I should be a pun master. I should have been able to figure that out. Dadgummit. Watch the Sadness. Keelan, I have seen Watch the Sadness before, and to me, for its time, it was really good. But just like, is it one of those movies I just really want to go back and revisit? Probably not. Like, I'll add it onto my list for you. Let's see here. I'll add it on the list, but will it actually survive this list? I don't know necessarily. No promises. Because again, we're talking about 365 horror movies out of like what? 1,000 horror movies. So like it just there's so many. Like I know I'm not going to be picking everybody's favorites, but I'm going to do my best to pick people's favorites. But mainly, I want to go after movies that are personally my favorites as well. Because I think, from my memory, I did not have Ready or Not on here, and I need to add that just because we got Ready or Not 2 next year, which I'm also very high anticipated movie for me as well. Let's see here. Ready or Not. Bam. Here's what I'm going to do real quick. I'm going to make this small real quick because I'm going to try to put this in alphabetical order real quick. All right, let's see here. All right, this needs to... Let's see here. There we go. Let's see here. All right, there we go. Little bit cleaner version of ABC order right here. Oh, Jamie, what do we got here? Do you have John Carpenter's Prince of Darkness or In the Mouth of Madness? I don't have either of those movies, but I definitely want to get more into the John Carpenter movies to celebrate my my 10 years of being a horror movie fan, because I know John Carpenter did play a big part in that. So I will add that. So let's see here. See here, what we got, Prince of Darkness, and then what we got also, In the Mouth of Madness. All right, let me alphabetize that real quick. Now, dangum, you're going to be a pain in my ass, I can already tell. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to actually move this right over there, because that's what I'm going to be doing as well, is that the day I watched it, like the day and the date that I watched it, the movie title, the year, subgenre, and it would be my first time watch, yes or no. And I'll even add like my favorite thing about the movie as well. This will help me with my Instagram post, which I'm going to be starting tomorrow as well. But yes, so for my personal Instagram accounts, actually, you know what? I'm actually going to do this on Good Will Hunting, because it really is. It's a me personal project, but I know you all will enjoy this on the Good Will Hunting account as well, for all the socials. So I will add that there as well. So that is what I plan on doing. This will be better organized. Yeah, it is a little bit of a rough watch. It is, Keelan, but like I didn't have a bad time with it. I had a solid time with it. But yeah, it's just one of those. It's like, do I want to really just go back and rewatch it? Honestly, no. But I still appreciate, for that first time watch I did do of it, I still had a solid time with it. Even though that movie did have one disturbing scene in particular, but see here. Do you have Christine? You know what? Before we continue with these movie suggestions, let me just share with you what I do have. I think that will kind of help. So I'll just stay on a certain part for a little bit, and then I'll scroll. Actually, let me delete that. We'll start here. All right, there we go. So for just like a couple seconds, this is what I'm going to show. Like, I'm not going to say every single name, just because if I say every single name, my jaw is going to lock in, and it's going to suck to try to get my jaw realigned after saying so many movies. So, yeah. So just pay attention here. Pay attention here. All right, here's actually what I'm going to do. I'm going to do like a minute timer for all these, because we still got plenty of time. Just do a minute timer. Even every time it goes out, that's what I'll just share the next bit of, like the 13 or however many pop up on the screen. All right. So I think it's already been a minute on this one. So Let me go ahead and do this. All right. Oh, and here, let me go in the comment section. Let me make sure that you all can still see it. And while I do this too, I'll start your all's movie suggestions as well. Um, and Stewie, I definitely do have Stephen King movies on this list, and I'm definitely going to add more Stephen King. So you do not have to worry about that because he has been a major influence as me as a horror movie fan. Ooh, Event Horizon, Jamie, that's a good one. Um, ooh, Brooke, I will definitely add the fog. So let me do that. Ooh, real quick, and then we'll go to the next ones, and then I'll start my whole minute timer and everything. Just watched 10 Cloverfield Lane for the first time. I don't know how I missed that one. I liked it a lot. I like it a lot. No, Braden was the one that introduced that movie to me 2 years ago. Or actually, it was well, technically, because we're still in 2025. He introduced it to me last year in 2024, and it was such a good movie. Mary Elizabeth Winstead, John Goodman, absolutely knocked it out of the park. It was awesome. All right, let's see here. Let me see if I need to start a couple more, and then Supernova, James Spader, and Angela Bassett. So let me go ahead and highlight that one. The Shining mini series. Okay, I like that direction there, Heather. Hell yeah. All right, so let me go ahead and start the minute timer, and let me go ahead and get our next group of movies here. All right, there we go. And let me know if you all like it's would 1 minute be enough or would even 30 seconds? If I do it 30 seconds, then it will go quicker. But if you all need 1 minute to look at this list, I don't mind doing 1 minute. But if we need to reduce it to like 30 seconds, please let me know. Hmm. Let's see here. And talking about Dracula right here, Dracula, that would be the original Universal monster Dracula from 31, just because you got to pay respect to the past if you're going to be a horror movie fan. So you got to watch those classic Universal monster movies. Now, I haven't seen all of them, but I do plan on watching every single one of them. And Chester, thank you so much, even though I'll tell you, the list just begun, my friend. All right, there's the first timer right there. So let's get to our next couple right here. There we go. 1 minute timer. And again, if I could go faster for the minute, if y'all can y'all just only need 30 seconds, let me know. Would fear be considered horror? I thought it was scary. Jamie, here's the whole thing about thrillers and horror, okay? They kind of go hand to hand to each other, you know, like thrillers can easily be considered horror movies as well. Like they might not be labeled as a horror movie, but they absolutely have horrorness into thriller, you know, like the two popular ones, of course, is going to be the Silence of the Lambs and Seven. So if fear scares you, it's horror. And I hear Fear is indeed a scary movie, and I heard it's a good movie. So I'm going to absolutely add that to my watch list as well. All right. So we're going on to our next set of movies here. And as you can already be able to tell right here, I will be doing a Halloween marathon. So you can expect that from me. Any psychological horror movies? I'm sure I got a couple of psychological horror movies on here. We've already went through. We got Get Out. Get Out has already been through there. Of course, The Shining. You all know The Shining's going to be on here because it's one Brad's favorite horror movies of all time. Might be his main favorite horror movie of all time. Of course, I got to add that onto my list. Um, Now, Jamie, I didn't want it to be on the list. but I did promise that I would give it a fresh rewatch because it's been a couple of years since I've seen it. So maybe after a couple of years, listen to everybody's horrible opinions, it might change my mind. Maybe. We'll see. I might try to watch the movie from a different set of pair of eyes, but I knew somebody. No, 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 no. Thank goodness the minute timer went off on that one. So let's go to the next one here. Oh, and that's the other thing. You see Hocus Pocus right here. I'm also doing like kids movies too. So if you all want to add Scooby Doo on Zombie Island, if you want to do Monster House or scary stories to tell in the dark, those are eligible as well. I'm open to all suggestions. All right, there we go. And let's set it for 45 seconds because I think we could go a little faster because there's a lot of movies I want you all to see. So there we go. Let's do 45 seconds. Let's see here. Oh, Coraline's a good one. Of course, Halloween Town Brook, abso-freaking-lutely. And plus, I haven't seen Coraline all the way, so it would be great to actually watch that movie in its entirety. So I'm looking forward to that. All right, what else we got here? I'm done with this Halloween ends talk, so we're just going to skip. We're just going to skip out on that. You know, nothing big deal. On this list, I am looking forward to rewatching House of Wax. I think that's going to be a really fun time. And then, of course, Jennifer's Body. That's always going to be a good time too. All right, 45 seconds is up, so let's go to my next set of movies here. Let's see here. Oh, Joyride too. One of Brad's favorite thriller movies ever too. Not technically labeled as a horror movie, but come on, guys, it's a horror movie. Who are we kidding? All right, here's our next set of movies. Let me start my timer. And let me know too if I do need to make the screen bigger because it does look small on my end, so I'm not sure what it looks like on your all's end. Candy King. I see you there, Jamie. Candy King. House of Wax rocks. Yeah, the remake absolutely does. I've not seen the original. I don't have plans to watch the original immediately, but I will eventually, just to see how much more dominant the remake is over the original. Jamie says, looks good to me, and I have terrible eyes. So that's all the confirmation I need on that. So hell yeah. All right. So we can move on to the next one. That's been 45 seconds. So let's see here. All right, there we go. So let's start the next 45 here. As you can already tell right here, that Scary Movie Marathon is absolutely going to happen because Scary Movie 6 is coming out, which, yes, I'm very highly anticipating that one as well. See, ooh, Pumpkinhead, absolutely. Now, Heather, don't tell Chad about this list because I'm not adding One Eye Monster into this list. So you stop that. Psycho 2, you're going to love that one, Brett. It's so good. Yeah, Jamie, I think it's one of the best horror movie sequels. Absolutely, it is. This will be my second time watch on it. So I'm definitely looking forward to revisiting Psycho 2. All right, that's the timer on that one. So, oh yeah, before I'll just let that be. Okay, I do have the original Psycho. Sorry, I gotta make sure I had the classic Psycho on there. Let's see here. Let's go to these movies right here. That'll be like a bookmark place. Start 45 seconds. And yeah, I'd never seen Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, but I definitely want to see it. And of course, I need to add the remake on there because honestly, it's pretty much, in my opinion, the best horror movie remake of all time. I was just super impressed and blown away with all the directions, the unique directions that went on there. Ashton, is Science on here? No, it's not on here, but I definitely love that M. Night Shyamalan movie, and M. Night Shyamalan movies will indeed be added onto this list too. So good call there, Ashton. And let's see. Garbage Day. So let's see here. What else? All right, that's that on that timer. So let me do that. Let me get the next set of movies up. Heather, I love you for mentioning Human Centipede, but I will not watch Human Centipede unless if I absolutely forced to and have to. But if I don't have to do it, I'm not going to watch it just yet. Respectfully. All right, let's see here. We got some more movies here. Let's start another 45 seconds. And you see here, I am watching Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but I'm only watching my personal favorites from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise. So I'm going to watch that. I do have Thanksgiving on here because it's dumb fun, and I will watch that around Thanksgiving, the holiday season of Thanksgiving. So I definitely am going to do that. And of course, you Terrifier fans out there, I'm watching all three Terrifier movies to prepare for Terrifier 4. Yes, love 7. I absolutely agree. 7 is absolutely phenomenal. What's in the box? House on Haunted Hill remake or 13? Oh, 13 Ghosts, Stewie. That's a good one. Marking that one. The Others and The Haunting. I'm absolutely adding those two. So I got that starred. Human Centipede on Chills and Thrills. The thing could be making Brett watch movies he don't wanna. Keelan, after July, I got no further plans, and that's where really you're going to be picking themes. So if you want to pick the theme of 4 movies that I don't want to watch, we'll do it because you're a co-host. You do have power on Chills and Thrills now. So if that's the case, we'll do it if you really want to do it. So just please let it be entertaining. All right, let's get to the next set of movies here. So let's see here. Of course, I gotta get my some horror comedy in with The Cabin in the Woods, absolutely. So let's start the timer there. The Descent, one of my favorite 2000 horror movies. I'm looking forward to that. You see a Creature from the Black Lagoon. Let's see here. I got my Creature from the Black Lagoon right here. I think it's going to be an excellent time. Definitely love all the cinematography they did with the Creature from the Black Lagoon. I think it's awesome, especially for its time. Let's see here. I'm about to join to make you watch it. Oh, dadgummit. Let's see here. Hollow Man. I've never seen Hollow Man, so I gotta add that one. Stirred of Echoes, great one, Leanna. Cabin Fever, excellent, Brooke. I'm loving it. All right. So let's see here. What else? All right. So let's go to my next set of movies here. All right, and that's the original movie, The Mummy from 32. I want to say it's from 32. Or it could be 42. I could think, oh no, it's 42 with The Mummy. I'm pretty sure. Somebody could correct me in the chat. Let's see here. I know somebody was saying it's The Thing on here. Of course, The Thing's on here, and we absolutely got to watch The Thing. So absolutely. Trick or Treat, absolutely. The original Wolfman from 41's on here. The V-Bitch is on here. I love watching me the V-Bitch. Signs of the Lamb, classic. Both The Strangers Pray at Night, absolutely. We don't do any of those chapter strangers. Not on my damn watch. Absolutely not. Okay, 32. Thank you, Chester. All right, that's it for that 45-second timer. The Blob or The Invasion of the Body Snatchers, good movies. I got that starred. American Psycho and American Psycho 2. American Psycho 2 would be a hard sell on that, even though Mila Kunis is in that movie. But for 365, I do not know. But American Psycho, I'm pretty sure I had that on the list. If I don't, it's especially going on the list. Let's see here. Keelan, what smart ass comments you got here? Jeepers Creepers Reborn, Human Centipede, Scream. Hey, I actually find Screamboat, Willie, the Screamboat movie to be entertaining. So that's actually not a bad one for me. No, dadgummit, Keelan. The Strangers Chapter 1 instead. Dadgummit. Cole, what's going on, Cole? Yeah, do the party dance, do the party dance. Cole is an official YouTube member. Congratulations, Cole. That is so kind of you to do that. Let me get a little video right here. Let's see here. What video would you like? You do whatever you like. Let's see here. You know what, Cole? I believe in you.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
Believe in Joe Hendry, Cole. But Cole, thank you so much for being a YouTube member. So now that means you got access to this Saturday's Patreon and YouTube members only live stream. It'll be private, and you get to be a part of that. And I'm also gonna say here too, because I'm thinking about it. I also want to reward our wrenchmen and women who are not Patreons of ours or YouTube members, like Ashton. Ashton's going to be invited because of his hard work as a wrenchman, and I don't want him to miss out on that. So, Ashton, you will be invited, and I'll send you a link personally to join that for Saturday. All right, so I do got to go to my next set of movies here, so I'm sorry about that, which not much. This is my last category. So as you all see here, I have 147 movies down. I know your all suggestions are going to increase that number, but we need to get to that 365. But let me play the 45-second timer on this one. Because of course, you know, I gotta watch Zombieland on here. So I love Zombieland, one of my favorite horror comedies of all time. I am a fan of When a Stranger Calls remake. You know, no, definitely I'm gonna tackle those 2000 remake crazes. That's definitely gonna happen. Wait, what do I have here? Why this movie matters and notes. Oh, that's also part of like my post I'm going to do as well. So this needs to actually go all the way up here, but I'll wait until these 8 seconds are up. Oh, Jamie, 26 months as a member of Good Real Hunting. You absolute sweetheart, you. I love you for that. Jamie has definitely been one of our original OGs for Good Real Hunting. Absolutely. And we love her so much. As we love everybody, we definitely love Jamie too. So, Jamie, let me celebrate that occasion with a particular video. And you know, Jamie, I buy that for $1.
I'd buy that for $1.
I love that video so much. But Jamie, thank you so much for 26 months. Ooh, Vacancy. That's a good one. Great job, guys. Oh, do I not have the Night of the Living Dead on there? I better be, because the Night of the Living Dead from 68, classic. Classic. All right, let's see here. Shaun of the Dead. That's a great comedy. It took me a while to come around to Shaun of the Dead, but I'm on it now, and I do love Shaun of the Dead. So good movie there, Leanna. Oh, Wicker Man with Nicolas Cage. Not the bees, not the bees. Ah, my eyes. Ah, I love it. All right, that is what I have. So what I'm going to do at this time is I'm going to do this. So I can add this over here to a new window tab so I can still see you all. And I'm going to be slowly adding these movies on here. But first, yeah, of course, I got to add this to the top here. So let me do that real quick. Let's see here. You're right there. So let's put you right there. Perfect. All right. And personal rating. Of course I gotta add personal rating. See, mood, favorite scene. So like, yeah, I got a couple of things in mind. I'm gonna reorganize that a little bit better here this afternoon. Let's see here. Hell yeah, you love Good Real Hunting. Here's my question. Who doesn't love Good Real Hunting? And we can be honest here. This is a safe space to be honest. Who does not like Good Real Hunting on here? I'm just asking for some of the hidden viewers that just watch me in spite of me. Even though if you spite me and watch me, you still give me a view, and I appreciate it, and I love you. So, Evil Dead original and remake. I'm pretty sure I had that on there, Russell. But let me let's see here. Let me double check real quick. Yep. Okay. I promise you, I do have Evil Dead, but it's called The Evil Dead, so it's on there. So I do got my favorite Evil Dead movies on there, and I do have Army of Darkness. I think. Yep, got Army of Darkness. So we Russell, we good. Scanners and Hawan of the Dead. I've never heard of Hawan of the Dead. Or is it Jawan, or am I just being a fucking idiot? So, but Scanners I've never seen before, so I might actually add Scanners to this list. So speaking of which, let me go ahead and start adding stuff to the list here. All right, let's see here. Ooh, Army of Darkness was the first one you ever watched on the Sci-Fi Channel? Hell yeah. All right, let's see here. All right, let's get to typing here. Let's see here. So I gotta hide you all just for Faculty. Yeah, Cole. Yes, we gotta watch Faculty. All right, let's see here. And you know what? I'll pull up these suggestions on here and I'll go through it one by one. Underrated. This is Sam from earlier. Underrated. Bug 2006. I never heard that one before. Splinter. I'm adding Splinter because I've always heard things about Splinter. Where did my list go? That was weird. Let's try that again. Okay, that was weird, but here we are. And I could actually make this screen a little bigger now, just for the fact that I need you all to see what I'm writing. There we go. So Bug, Splinter. I definitely want to add Splinter. So here we go. Splinter. Let's see here. The Ruin. The Ruins. Okay, I've been seeing some people talk about the Ruins in the chat, so I'll write it like, and I'm just always honest with you guys. If I write it on here, that doesn't guarantee that's going to make it. It's just going to be something for me to consider, because the next hard part is going to be assigning these movies to months that I want to watch them in too, and that's going to be a task all on its own by itself too. So I'm going to have a fun long afternoon to get ready for Stranger Things, the series finale. All right, let's see here, Russell. If you enjoy smart and off the beat horror comedy, Fear Town USA is brilliant. Well, we can certainly write that down. Let's see here. Fear Town USA. Oh, Twan. I typed too fast, so there we go. Let's see here. What else we got in here? Underrated movie is Return of the Living Dead, Rave to the Grave, and the Russian guy says were hilarious. You know what? I'm gonna write it down because I do want to give the movie a second chance, but Return of the Living Dead, I'm not the biggest fan on it. I think it's one of the most overhyped movies ever, in my opinion. But you know, I'm gonna give it a rewatch. I will guarantee that it will make the list. It'd be a good idea to add that movie to, I believe it's July the 3rd. That's the big thing about Return of the Living Dead, is July the 3rd. Or is it really 4th of July? Let me know. It's been a while since I've seen it. Oh, hold on. Let me make a little room so you all can see. All right, let's take a little break. Let me see what's going on in the chat. The Ruins is so good. Invasion of the Body Snatcher 78. I believe Stewie said that, but hell yeah, I agree. It's a great horror movie remake. Jamie, I know you. I knew you were getting ready to say you saw it in the theater. Jamie, you see every movie in the theater, and I love you for that. Oh, we're going to write that immediately before I lose sight on it. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Abso-freaking-lutely. My friend Nia will kill me if she realizes I made a list like this and I have Killer Clowns on there. So there we go. So I will get out of trouble with Mia. So there we go. Thank you, Brooke. Lifesaver. All right, let's see here. What else we got in here? Scanners is worth watching. Okay, I'm going to add that to the list to type out here in a minute. Ooh, Wolf Creek. Leanna, I watched Wolf Creek actually in August for Chills and Thrills, and that was also the first time I got to meet Keelan over at Kill the Credits too. So Wolf Creek, and it had a good impact on me for my 10 years, adding a new co-host and more importantly a new friend. So let's go ahead and write Wolf Creek down. So there we go. Let's see here. All right, let me mark some more stuff here. Ooh, somebody mentioned Happy Death Day. I'm a big fan of that. Oh, Leanna, Black Roses. I love Black Roses. One of my favorite horror movie scores of all time. It's so good. What? Return of the Living Dead is my favorite horror comedy of all the time. Send more cops. I will say, Jamie, that's the only thing I found funny in that movie. But the scene that really actually brought a good point of mind is I always wonder why zombies attack people. And the Return of the Living Dead brought up a great explanation is that they have to eat in order to avoid pain. And I definitely enjoy it for that. So again, maybe with this rewatch, I might be a fan of it again. So we'll see. Ooh, we got ourselves a little bit of a Kevin Bacon week, Heather. Nice. Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam's a fun slasher. People under, you know what, Chester, we're gonna write that one down because I've always wanted to watch that movie, and plus I'm pretty sure that Jordan Peele was going to be a producer on the upcoming remake of it too. I'm not sure what necessarily has happened to that potential remake, but we'll write it down because I've always wanted to watch that movie. So good one, Chester. They better not be doing a remake from Killer Clowns from Outer Space because it will fail miserably. So hopefully they don't do that. We got to watch Wolf Creek 2 this year. Ooh, okay. And I heard, Keelan, that Wolf Creek 2 is better than the first one because they know what they got with the character of Mick. So I have heard that. So, yeah, just add that to our list, Keelan. And then when we get to the end of July, when you take over for the rest of the year of August, September, October, November, and December, we can figure out a place to put that with a particular theme. Stewie, Five Nights at Freddy's. Respectfully, hell no. I thought both of those movies were honestly trash. In my opinion, they're trash. Is a Nightmare on Elm Street on this list? I'm pretty sure I got my favorite one. Yes, I only got 2 Nightmare on Elm Street movies that I personally enjoyed. Oh, you know what? I need to add one more. See here. I need to add one more. Shame on me. I have to add a Nightmare on Elm Street too because it's so much fun. So, okay, I got 3 movies for a Nightmare on Elm Street. So that should take care of a Nightmare on Elm Street. Well, hello there, Sleepyhead. I bet you had a hard day partying yesterday for your birthday. How are you doing shot by shot? Hopefully all is going well with you. We're just adding some movies onto my 365 list of horror movies to watch next year for 365 days. So that's my big project. And we got Eli Cortez. What's going on there, Eli? How are you doing, buddy? Hopefully all is going well with you. And thank you for enjoying, or just welcome to the party, pal. Ooh, Twin Peak actors? I'm all in for it, Jamie. Just popping in to say hey. Well, Eli, we appreciate you popping in to say hey anytime. And we do got a particular just a Patreon YouTube member live stream on Saturday, Eli, for the patrons and the YouTube members. But all of my wrench men and women are going to be invited for that stream. So if you want to hang out with us personally on Saturday, you're absolutely happy to. Same thing with Ashton. I do have Freddy versus Jason on there, so we're all good there, Jamie. But still good looking out. Paula's still here. Paula, do you have any particular horror movies you want me to add to this list? I'm sure you got a good list or two that hasn't been mentioned yet. Let's see here. I do somebody see a Night of the Creeps. We definitely got to add Night of the Creeps. Jamie, I have all of the Friday the 13th movies on there. So Jason X will absolutely be included. And I have a soft spot for Jason X because it tries to do something different 10 movies into the franchise by going into space. Yes, the CGI looks horrible, but it's actually funny of how horrible it is. And plus the in my opinion, to me, that is like King Harder's like one of his absolute best performances as Jason because of how more intimate his body language of how intimidating he has to be for those characters. He did a really solid job in that movie. Ooh, yeah, gotta talk about the Frozen. Oh my god, why am not Frostbite? Cairo, no. Okay, what's that stuff called? Oh, liquid nitrogen kill. Fuck yeah. So that liquid nitrogen kill, absolutely. Ooh, okay. All right, so let me get back onto this list over here, shot by shot. I got your suggestion as well. I got like 40 of these comments to get through, and then we'll start wrapping things up here. Event Horizon, yes, because I've always heard it's one of the great sci-fi horror movies. So got at Event Horizon on here. See here, what else we got? Let's do Stephen King movies. I promise you, I'm going to get plenty of Stephen King movies on here. Watch 10 Cloverfield Lane the other day, and it's great. Damn right, Cole, it is. It's so great. Let's see here. The Fog. I'm pretty sure I had The Fog in here, but let's check. Yes, Jamie, I do have John Carpenter's The Fog from 1980. 1980? 81. See, I need to study the hell up. That's what I need to do. But yes, Brooke, we definitely got The Fog in here. See here. Speaking of John Carpenter's Ghosts of Mars. Okay, we can write that down. There we go. See what else we got. A little known movie, an underrated one for you, Brett. Supernova. I've been hearing about Supernova, so let me write that down. Let's see here. The shot. I'll write that down, Heather. I'm not sure it might make it, but I'll definitely write it down. There we go. And we have been talking about fear, so I will write down fear. Coraline, yeah, we gotta write down Coraline. There we go. Oh yeah, of course, Halloween Town. Let's write down. I'm actually gonna write down both Halloween Towns because I enjoyed the sequel as well. Calabar's Revenge, yeah, buddy. Oh, Pumpkinhead's a good one there, Stewie. So here, let me get you a little. Let me get Brooks shout out here for Halloween Town, and we gotta give Stewie shout out here from Pumpkinhead. There we go. Did I write down signs? Let me check. I have not, but we're going to absolutely write down signs because it has one of the most best jump scares in a PG-13 horror movie of all time. So hell yeah. The House on Haunted Hill remake or 13 Ghosts. I'm going to write down 13 Ghosts because absolutely for 13 Ghosts. But for the remake of House on Haunted Hill, honestly, I just thought that one was okay. The Haunting and the Others. I have never seen The Haunting, but I've wanted to because of its cast, so I'm going to write that down. The Haunting, the Others. Hollow Man. I'm pretty sure I wrote that down. Well, let me double check. Okay, I don't think. No, I didn't write it down, so let me write it down because I definitely want because I love the Invisible Man so much. Which speaking of which, did I write down I better wrote down the Invisible Man from 2020. If not, I am a jerk. Yeah, of course I did. Of course. All right, what else we got in here, guys? I know we're wrapping up on time. Stir of Echoes. Of course, I got to write down Stir of Echoes, especially with that Kevin Bacon marathon I saw somebody put in there. Let's see here. There's that one. Of course, I got to write down Cabin Fever for Brad and Chris. They would be mad at me if I didn't. The Blob remake and the Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Absolutely. Let's see here. All right. All right, and we did had an American Psycho. I did double check on that, but unfortunately, I'm not going to add American Psycho 2. That would be like for my 2027. I will definitely tackle more foreign movies and for like these low level movies that like aren't really great on paper, but they're like secret hidden gems for others. And I plan on and American Psycho 2 is a good example of that for that particular logic for 2027 for movies I want to watch. So I will get to it eventually. Oh, we got to write down vacancy. If I can learn to spell, that is. And do we write down? Nope, we have not. So I got to write down the. Sorry. There we go. All right. Well, I'll take one more small little break because I saw 41 comments in here. So you are keeping me busy and I love it. Ben Graham, what's going on there? Ben, how are you doing? Hopefully all is going well. I definitely just wrote down Stir of Echoes. Hold up. Wait a minute. What's Halloween Town? Okay, all right, chat. I need you all to just educate shot by shot, respectfully, of course, because this ain't me like attacking them like, oh, how dare you? It's just like I'm shocked that you don't know what Halloween Town is. It is a tradition, classic Disney a Disney original family fun Halloween movie. It's so much fun. It's so great. I love it. Halloween Tie is also good. It is good, but for me to do my 365, I wouldn't say it's good enough to make that list. But yes, if you're doing a Halloween Town marathon, definitely Halloween Town High is really good as well. And while we're on that subject, Keelan, real quick, do you know what would be a great legacy sequel? Is Halloween Town. Bring back the main girl, like just, not the grandma, of course, because I'm unfortunately think she's probably passed away at this point. If not, keep rocking it, Granny. But yeah, just the dollar. I believe her name is Kimberly Brown. I think from my memory, Kimberly Brown, have her be the mom and let her children be the new children to represent the legacy, like for the sequel and all that. So I think they need to bring back Halloween Town in the freaking theater as a legacy sequel. That would be an amazing idea. Ooh, okay. Let's see here. Ooh, okay. See, I'm getting. Oh, Chester, I did promise you Christine, so let me write down Christine. I promised you I would, so let me give you a shout out right there. Ooh, being Tales from the Crypt Demon Knight, that's such a fun movie. I'm just making sure I'm not missing any comments. Any Jeepers Creepers. I definitely only have the first one down because the other ones just quite don't make the list for me for my 365. All right, let's see here. Oh, okay, The Fly. I like that one. Okay, sorry. I'm just trying to get back to my place here. Cool. It's like the best Halloween movie ever. I love it. Let's see here. Aaron Click, what's going on there, Aaron Click? How are you doing? Hopefully all is going well with you. Drive home safely, my friend. Oh, dadgummit. Sorry, I'm just Joyride. I'm pretty sure I wrote down Joyride. Yeah, I wrote down Joyride, so we're good there, Ben. But good mind, good mind. Let's see here. Oh, all right. The grandma is sadly passed away. Love you, Granny. Let's see here. The grandma was Carrie Fisher. Oh yeah, I remember that, Jay. So now I'm even more sad. Damn it. I'm going to do 365 days of horror movies I've never seen. So, shot by shot, I have to give my official pick into your 365 if I'm allowed to. You're next. Please tell me you have not seen Your Next, because if you have not, that would be an excellent movie to add to your 365. Cody Snyder, what's going on there, Cody? How are you doing? Hopefully, all is going well with you. Keelan loves the legacy idea for Halloween Town. So Disney, listen to us, damn it. We're telling you what's going to be good. Don't push your agenda on us. Just do what we ask you to do. So give us a legacy sequel of Halloween Town. Do better, Disney. Even though you just made another $1 billion movie with Zootopia 2. So I really can't say that much. So all right, let me get to some of the rest of these movies here. And I got to start logging off here, but I want to make sure I wrote the rest of these movies down. See here, Shaun of the Dead. All right, let's see here, Shaun of the Dead. Wicker Man 2006. I do have those already, Russell, but I want to make sure your comment is there. I'll write down Scanners, Stewie, definitely, because I definitely want to see that practical effects scene with the head explosion. The Faculty, and sorry if I'm misspelling, because I'm trying to get all these comments and end in the 2 hours here. See here, Slaughterhouse, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. All of them, like, I definitely want to see, but for a 365, I'm not that much of in a rush to watch them. But you have my word, I will definitely watch them in the future. Let's see here. What else we got here? Green Room and The House That Jack Built. I've not seen The House that Jack Built, but I just felt like one of those movies will not necessarily be my style. But I did promise I would watch some new horror movies too. So I will write that down for the meantime. Green Room. I like Green Room. I remember it being a fun time. Twilight Zone the movie. With the kind of the story behind the Twilight Zone the movie, I'm not in any rush to watch. Tales from the Dark Side movie, that was a lot of fun. Not seeing Mimic, so I'll write it down and just do a little research on it. But yeah, Happy Death Day, absolutely, that's going on there. See here, and Strange Harvest. I just heard that movie was okay, so I'll just skip on it for right now. But I love your suggestion on Happy Death Day. Black Roses, like I said, Leanna. Black Roses, absolutely, because that was a fun Joe Bob Briggs on the last drive-in episode too. Yep, we got to add in Pet Cemetery, even though it is. There we go. Hopefully I got the spelling right. Cujo, that'd be a great one. Hey, I do have The Shining already, so we're good there, Chester. We got your Kevin Bacon week. Let's see here. Friday the 13th, check. Tremors, yeah, gotta write down Tremors. Stir of Echoes, check, and Hollow Man, check. So I got Bacon week officially on lockdown. Uncle Sam is a good slasher. It is a good slasher, but for my 365, I just don't think it makes the cut. Let's see here. Children of the Corn. That's a classic one, so I gotta write that down. I need to watch Linda Hamilton go up against Jeremiah. Let's see here. We did talk about Strange Harvest already, where I think that's just okay and will not, or I need to see it, but I heard it's something you don't rush into. Jack Frost, that would be a good movie to watch during the cold season. There we go, Russell. Night of the Comet. Oh, that's a big one that I really want to watch. So Night of the Comet goes onto the list. So awesome. And you know what? I am going to write down Tales from the Crypt on for this one for Demon Night because it was so much fun. Billy Zane was awesome in that movie. All right. How many more comments I got to rush through real quick? See here. Okay, got two more. The Fly, of course, we gotta watch The Fly. And then Tourist Trap is a really good one to watch in the summer. So nice. All right, and let me go for your all's 31 comments, and then I will end this. Let's see here. Mimic is directed by Guillermo del Toro. Ooh, that's a strong selling point right there. All right, let's see here. Russell, you gotta watch it, dude. It's so good. It changes the whole kind of like the blueprint of what a great final girl is. So you absolutely need to watch your next, Russell. Yeah, I do remember that she married her co-star. I thought that was awesome from Halloween Town 2. Hell yeah. Shot by Shot, you have not seen your next. So, Shot by Shot, when you make your list, hopefully you add your next and you let me know how you would like it. I'm just telling you, it's such a good home invasion movie. All right, let me look for these comments and then I'll unfortunately have to say goodbye. Let's see here. Evil Bong. Evil Bong, you're funny. And Ginger Dan Man. Okay, see, now we're really diving into the. Oh, Creep Show. And I'll even add Creep Show 2 because I've never seen Creep Show 2 either. Let's see here. Last House on the Left. I want Punk to go after Cody at WrestleMania. Hey, Cody, that would be a great WrestleMania Night 2 main event. So hopefully that happens. All right, just let me keep scrolling. Just keep scrolling. Just keep scrolling. Ooh, Demon. I need to watch Demon because I started it but didn't finish it. Oh, Leanna, you're so kind. We got to end it on that note. Gifted 10 Good Real Hunting memberships. And Leanna, that is just in time too, because those 10 gifted memberships can get the access to the exclusive live show for the Patreons and YouTube members for this coming Saturday, where me and Brad tackled the rest of the nominees for the Real Horror Award show. So let me see who those particular people, those lucky people are. All right, let's see who we got. Tia, there we go. Tia, Critical Digit, Kechi One. Let's see here. Oh, okay. I see Cole. Like Cole even got a membership. I didn't know you're allowed to get a membership on top of your current membership. I think that's pretty cool. So double the fun right there. Creepin 666. God, that is a terrifying picture right there, but I love it. Mega Cat, love Mega Cat. Kill the Credits. Keelan, welcome back. Ben, welcome. Jeffrey Miller, welcome back. Rosie, my dear, I love Rosie. So Rosie having a membership. Gavin, hell yeah, Gavin's back. And that is our 10 members. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Leanna, for making sure they feel included. And let me say, let's see here. What video can I play? Let's play this one.
I mean, it's a goddamn rat, man.
Well, they're not rats, but they're still adorable. So thank you so much, Leanna, for those giving those 10 memberships. Let's see here. Let's see here. What else we got? We got Cody Snyder celebrating 4 months as a real hunter on the YouTube membership side of things. So happy new year, BrettMan. Thank you so much. Best in the world. Damn right. Best in the world. So hell yeah. So let me get back to my full size self right there as I wrap things up here. And let me go ahead and get your video. Where's your video at? Cody Snyder, where's your video? I just had it. Oh, okay, Cody Snyder, I need to get a video from you, so we need to make that a thing. But you know what? Let's do this one.
He's so fluffy, I'm gonna die!
It's so motherfucking fluffy! That shit fluffy as fuck! Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's what I'm actually going to do. For the early of next year, I'm going to get with all my Patreons and YouTube members of 2 tiers and up to see about if y'all need to change a video or if we need to add a video for you. So Cody, I'm going to fix that, my friend. Ooh, let's see here. All right. I think that is good enough for us. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I know we went a little over 8 minutes over, so I am sorry for that. So, guys, thank you all so much for hanging out with me. Oh, hold on. So here we go. Man, we're just having a freaking party with all these memberships right now. So Jamie is back as a YouTube member. Jamie, that is so awesome of you. Thank you so much. So let me get a video for you. Let's do what's your let's do this one.
Then I run this bitch, and now he about to bounce.
This your boy?
Yeah, that's my boy, nigga. We rep the same smart tech.
You just got fucked.
I love that scene. That scene's so funny. So, Jamie, sweetheart, welcome back. And we got Brooke just reminding everyone she's been a real hunter for 28 months, which I think that is absolutely incredible. You are definitely one of our OGs as well. And thank you so much, Brooke. So let me get I actually do have your video. So let's do this one.
Hey! Hey, check this out! I found the ass end!
And that's how I learned where the ass ends in. So, Brooke, thank you so much for your contributions to Good Real Hunting and as a real hunter. Thank you so much. Oh, Jamie upgraded. Now, that's even better, Jamie. I thought you were a member, but you upgraded, and I could not be any more appreciative of you. Thank you so much for upgrading. Okay, so there we go. Now I got everybody. So I am going to log out for the day. And technically the last live stream of Good Real Hunting. So thank you so much for supporting Good Real Hunting of 2025. I know November, we just started our new era. So we're going to really get back to that new era mindset starting this upcoming Friday. Friday, me and Brad and Chris will be doing our end of the year ranking of 2025. So that would be this Friday at 8 o'clock Eastern time for the Patreons and YouTube members. For any tier, our hangout for going over the nominee list for the Real Horror Awards will be this Saturday at 8 o'clock Eastern time. And then starting the next week, we'll try to get back on the normal basis of Fright Bites being on Wednesdays at 2 o'clock Eastern time for 1 hour. And then our weekly Good Real Lives on Thursday. So we're going to try to get back to normal after the holiday stuff has officially been over. So with that in mind, I appreciate each and every single one of you, because without you all, whether you're a Patreon, YouTube member, or you're just a free supporter, you matter to Good Real Hunting, and we love each and every single one of you. Enjoy the rest of your 2025, as much time as you have left, and hopefully all your New Year's resolutions come true. I wish nothing but the absolute best and best of luck for 2026. Hopefully you all get Sorry, I gotta get to this real quick. A few more memberships and you can quit your job. Dude, I wish. However, with the even current memberships I have, it's unfortunately not enough. You gotta get to the Cody Leach and even the Drum Dumps level of memberships in order to even consider that. But there's a lot that goes into it. Maybe that can be a goal in the future so I can do more of these from the comforts of my own home. You never know what happens in the future. But with that in mind, guys, enjoy the rest of your 2025. Enjoy your new year. Be safe. Hopefully to see you all this Friday for Goodwill Live. Love you guys. Peace out, everybody. I'm out.